Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm in here looking at the events. I was kind of debating on what video to do. Then the events populated. I'm like, oh, hey, I got it. Just in time, right? Look at some of these events. And by the way, this is going to be a little bit of a rant, but I will try to make this thought-provoking in the end. Some events that have been, especially two that populated today, one that populated yesterday, Spend Mirror Universe, Dust, Spend Fleet Commander shit. We've had a few of those this month. Forbidden Tech, SLB, another one. Oh, excuse me. Now, what is it? Tuesdays, there is the milestone for doing and engaging with the Q trials. You do get some points for hostiles, but then there's a leaderboard for spending forbidden tech materials. And you have this leaderboard that populated after Tuesday, and then there was one that ended right before Tuesday. Like, how many do we need to have, right? How many forbidden tech spend leaderboards do we need to have? Mirror Universe bullshit, Fleet Commander bullshit. Well, apparently we need a lot of them. Because look, here's another one. How many do we need? Let me start these since I'm in here. Now, I guess what's annoying me is not only that I feel like we're having these too much this month, but I feel like we go months at a time with having none. Why can we not be more consistent about this? Now, with the update to the daily events, fleet commanders and artifacts are done more regularly. Why are we having shit tons of these this month? It's very annoying. And I think it's also very telling. You have this somewhat steady pace of fleet commander shit in the daily events, and you're putting a bunch of these up this month. What does that tell you? They want people to buy packs. And they want it to happen more days. Oh. Huh. What's the other artifacts? I mentioned artifacts is another somewhat regular thing in the daily events. That's also had its leaderboard this month. Wow. Okay. Is the don't trust anybody building still around? There was this. That is to be expected since the building just came out. But also what's been bothering me is, where's the event for the rest of the buildings? They have 31,000 of this shit. 23,000 of this shit. Can put another level or two of that dumbass building that seems to have never had the event running. 25, almost 25,000 of that shit. I can put this thing up 2 more levels. I got this thing. Almost 6,000 of that. 68,000 of these Nova Squadron things. I could put more levels on the Independent Archive. 32,000 of that shit. Where are the other buildings? There's more buildings. This one, they never give us this dumbass thing. Or at least I don't have it. I don't know if it's out there. It's possible it's out there, and I just don't have it for some reason. I guess I'm not cool enough. I don't know. But apparently this currency exists. They just don't want people to have it. Don't want us to have G5 exocomps, I guess. I don't know. Or G6 or whatever leveling that building up actually does. This thing, I put a few levels on that, which is very low sourcing considering this is a 2-year-old building. Which is terrible. This building's catching up, even though it's newer. Got 86,000 of this shit. Here's some of an old one. I got 44,000 of this shit. put a few levels on this. I almost never get currency for this because I never trade in this stuff. And I feel like it's just too much. That's one of the things that gets cut out. What does this even do? I probably should do something. Of course, I'm at 45 of 60. But I guess the point of this video is how terrible these people are at making events. And what a shock, because Eco in there now with live ops. Eco could have made a better, a spend building material event and put it up there instead of another Fleet Commander and Mirror Universe bullshit one. They could have. That's more of a live ops thing, especially this in between time between arcs. Could have done that, didn't do it because. Oh, that's a great reason. Of course, this brings up the next question: should I actually be leveling these buildings up? Should I be waiting for the event, or should I just spend the stuff? Should you? Or do you? Right? Take a look at some of the benefits here, since the camera went over here. PvP Apex Barrier, you can get increased mitigation, increased PvP critical damage reduction. The Mirror Universe duration caps out at level something. 30, I think it is. Or I'm sorry, at 40. At level 40 it caps out. So that's not going to go up. But that's fine, because there's other things. Your war room has shield, officer health, isolated damage, all kind of bonuses. And increases your war room rewards whenever they actually happen. Which is part of the problem. We can't engage in these events if you don't run them. We're going to engage with this content less if we don't have events to engage us with them. Sure, some of it is on our own. Yeah, it is half our fault if we're not engaging with some of this stuff, because we can just go engage with it. But one way to kickstart that, or be a catalyst, since Forbidden Tech event is up, catalyst, would be to make an event for it. Well, you don't need to make an event. You've already made the events. You run them a lot. You have run them a lot. Spurts, I guess, right? You don't want to run the event because you feel like people like me have been saving up so much. You know why? Because you haven't been running the events. If you run the events, that is a surefire way to make some of these currency numbers go down. What's the point of hoarding if you don't spend during the events? Just to hoard? Well, then you ain't got nothing to worry about because they ain't going to spend during the events. So run the dumb events more. Said that for years with this stupid ultra recruit tokens. Run the stupid ass events. So instead you just you made galactic recruit tokens. Oh, okay. Dickheads. Just run the stupid ass event. But again, the real point of this part of the video anyway. I know I would rant, but that's why I was warning you, but there are bonuses that I am not getting right now that I could be getting. Because I could put, I'm only 63, so I could put another 2 levels on this thing. So I get another probably 10% artifact token bonus, which I don't know what that is or even really care. I have enough artifact tokens. I could get another 50 to 100% hull health. Actually, we could look. Can't we? Right? So let's say 61 to 63. Instead of 1,040% hull and shield, 1,150, so 110. I'm missing 110% to my hull and my shields. Though at the same time, I guess my thought process is, well, I'm already getting over 1,000. What's another 100 really doing? I mean, sure, the numbers are going up and all, but I don't care that much. I would rather wait for the event. It'll happen one of these days. One of these days it'll happen. I guess part of why I kept waiting is I knew they were gonna make a new building. So at some point, and I feel like around that time, either during the month or maybe a little bit after, that's when we'll see these events. Hopefully, right? I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. I'm not telling you to save because one's coming up. I have absolutely no idea. As far as I know, there isn't one coming up. I'm just saying my thought process here. Because they'll want to incite you to buy tokens for these buildings. Like the Don't Trust Anybody building. Except, for all the other old buildings too, right? It's like a theme, kind of goes together. Maybe it doesn't. Who knows? Nova Squadron. Look, I got a shit ton of this, right? 68,000. How many levels could I do? Probably 10. So between what? 25. Come on, where's 25? Special building material cost efficiency. That's probably a big one. Make some of those other buildings a little easier to upgrade. So this is probably the one to upgrade first, though it just says special building materials cost efficiency. It doesn't say which ones. Does it count the Don't Trust Anybody building? Probably not. It's going to take a wild guess. And you know what? I don't think it counts independent archives because I swear I did one of these and the independent archive numbers didn't move. So it probably doesn't do that. But you got shield bonus, weapon bonus, Nova research nodes, little currency for them dumb Nova researchers that really aren't that good. They're useful, but I mean, they're just like some of these building buffs. They'll do something, and in a large quantities of them, I guess, can be a lot, but at the same time, make the damn events happen. I'm waiting for that. So what? I wanted to go up to 35? Several 100% on my shields and 150% on my weapon damage. Yeah, that's a lot. Plus getting 30 to 40,000 Nova research credits each upgrade. Yeah, those are benefits that I'm foregoing. The holodeck here, probably a little different. Yes, you're going to get some of these piercing bonus. Ship parts efficiency. Who didn't want more ship part efficiency? Faction reputation. More faction reputation. But also, added effect here. Come all the way to the end. So much that I almost forget all about it. Level 20. Yes, there are other. I want to say every 5, right? If I remember correctly. Level 5, 10, 15 all had were benchmarks where you would get officer shards. 17 Troy officer shards when I get to 20. 25 card shards if I get to 25. Bonus there. Getting more officer shards. Again, I am foregoing that. Is that the right answer? Well, that's the topic of discussion here and wrapping this video up. Yes, lots of spend events that populate. They do seem to go in spurts, which is very annoying. We'll have a month where we see a shit ton of fleet commanders, a shit ton of mirror universe, a shit ton of forbidden tech, a shit ton of specific building currency, and then you'll go months where there's nothing. Until they decide to bring it back around again. Now, do you wait and and spend these building currencies in the event, or do you spend them now and get the benefits of these buildings? Because a lot of these buildings have some sort of benefit. Again, I went through and showed just a handful of them. Do you want to go the weeks, months, however long, without receiving those benefits? Some of you probably really shouldn't. Now, for me, I throw Grush on a board cube, and I throw Kuron for the speed on a board cube that's a little weaker than a ship at, let's say, at my level, and I go and I hit 65 level hostiles at a 63. Too much of a punch up. But for a board cube, I think it really is. It is more of a level 60 ship than a level 63, even maybe really a 69, because my G5 epics are almost twice the size of my board cube. I don't need some of these benefits, at least in PvE. Excuse me. Now, could I use some of them in PvP? Who knows? I feel like I don't know, 100, we'll just say, the 100 guys or gals on this server that they're going to PvP and kill my ass regardless. There may be 20 that I'm probably more in direct competition with. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. Sure, having some of these buildings, I probably win more often. But you're going to win and you're going to lose some anyway. So what? Who the fuck cares? I'd rather do better in the event if it ever comes again. Because I feel like it's been a while. Especially when I look at this number. 86,000? Holy shit. And this one. Where does this currency even come from? I haven't leveled this building up in a long time. If I have 87,000. I mean, I'm sorry, not 87, 8,700. But again, this is where the discussion starts. Comment below. Do you think the better strategy is to hold on to some of these currencies for a special spend event, or you spend them as you get them to get the benefit of these buildings? Can you think of some reasons why or why not that you do whichever it is that you decide? And when was the last time that they had one of these spend building currency events? Did I just miss it? I know they had to Don't Trust Anybody headquarters, but I feel like it's been a really long time since some of these fancy currencies were an event. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.